She's so fresh and so clean today. Hair is slicked back. I'm feeling good. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling amazing? Let's start feeling amazing as of right now, okay? Today, I have a new review for you guys, a new foundation review. Actually, it is a skin tint stick from the drugstore that is actually made in Italy. That's right. I am talking about none other than MILANI skin tint stick. Ta-da! So this product comes in 25 shades, but I have 10 shades here. So of course I'm gonna be swatching them. This is the light to medium to tan range. So I'm gonna be doing face swatches on the entire face. Of course, I'm gonna put everything and review it and test it out and conduct a wear test at the end. So be sure to watch this video in its entirety. I'm in a really chipper mood. I don't know about you, but I hope you feel my energy and I hope it resonates and I hope you take a little bit of that and pass it on. So with that, let's get into this video. Subscribe if you aren't already, notification bell, and let's hit it. MILANI skin tint stick review and wear test. Let's go. Alrighty, so first and foremost, let's go over the deets. This is a $17 product, $16.99 to be exact at Ulta, or $15.99 at Target, so $1 cheaper. 25 shades. I have 10 of these shades. I, for some reason, got 2 PR packages, the light medium and then the medium to tan range, so it is what it is. I'm just gonna take advantage of this and swatch as much as I can for you guys. In case you fall into the skin tone range between light and tan, hopefully these will be helpful to you. Buildable light to medium coverage, soft matte blurred finish, vegan, cruelty-free, clean ingredients, made in Italy, okay? Made in Italy. The reason why I'm emphasizing this is because most drugstore products are made not in Italy. They're either made in the US or they're made in China. So the fact that this is made in Italy tells me that this was a little bit more expensive to make. Let's see, there's all these various different undertones from warm peach to neutral to warm yellow to olives. There's lots of olive undertones, which I'm so excited for. Oh, but before I go on, we also have a smoothing primer, which looks like mashed potato, honestly. I'm gonna plug in a close-up. And also we have a powder in here. Also, another thing I gotta add, every single one of these sticks has the shade name on the bottom as well as its undertone. So shade 6, for example, is a light with a warm peachy undertone. Shade 8 is a light medium with a warm yellow undertone. So this is really convenient and it's making things really simple for us as consumers. I appreciate that. Thank you, MILANI. All right, let's go. Starting with shade 6, light, warm peachy undertone. Also, while we're at it, let's see how much product we're working with. Not bad. Not great though. But for 17 bucks, if this is good, then it'll be good enough. Shade 6. Light, warm peachy. Shade 7 is light medium neutral undertone. Gotta be careful with how you open these because the little protective cap flies off with a vengeance. All right, that looks like a pretty solid close match. Shade 7, light medium neutral. I also like the differentiation between the colors of the light and the light medium, and then the light medium to medium. Pretty cool. Shade 8, warm yellow undertone. I think I should also swatch these on my neck. Shade 9, light medium golden beige undertone. That looks good too. So far, I kind of like 7 and 9 the best. Shade 10, medium warm neutral. Ooh. 10 looks good too. All right, second tray, we are entering the medium to tan category. Shade 11, medium tan, warm neutral. I'm gonna attempt to swatch all of these on one side of the face so you really can see them side by side, close to each other. So shade 10 is a medium warm neutral. Shade 11 is a medium tan warm neutral. So similar undertone. Let's put them right next to each other. Okay, a little bit orangey. Shade 12 is a medium tan with an olive undertone. Looks good too. Shade 13, tan with a yellow undertone. Shade 14, tan with a golden olive undertone. And last but not least, 15, deep tan with a neutral olive undertone. Okay, and here are our swatches. I am thinking shade 7, shade 9, even shade 11 is pretty good. This undertone I like, obviously too dark for me right now, but could very well be my summer shade. Thumbnail face. What? Drugstore, but made in Italy? I'm excited. I'm really trying to squint to figure out which one is my shade. Definitely between these three, right? This, and this, which is 7, 9, and 10. Or was that 11? Yeah, so this one was the 12 medium olive. Definitely, I think this one is my summer shade because the undertone is quite spot on. I don't remember where I put it on my neck, but Yeah, this just reminds me of like the rest of me. Okay, let's remove all of this off the face and let's actually apply this properly. All right, so I like shade 7, shade 9, shade 10, and shade 12. I'm gonna begin with this primer. This is supposed to conceal imperfect, blur out imperfections, hydrate with a cooling sensation, enhance with hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, glycerin, made in Korea. Nice. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this purpley mashed potato feeling paste. I'm gonna apply this all over. This feels very, very nice on the skin. Very soothing and hydrating indeed, just like they said. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of these types of putty primers, but if they're pairing them together, I might as well give it a chance. So I'm gonna start with perhaps shade 9. I feel like that was most probably the closest match to my face and also to my neck, kind of an in-between shade, whereas the 7 was probably even more spot on, but it would probably make my face a little bit disconnected from my neck. So I'm gonna go with shade 9. And then I'm also gonna test out 10 and perhaps use 12 as like a little bronzing, contouring action. All right, applying just a little bit at a time of this shade 9. And then to blend this out, I'm gonna go with a MILANI brush, this one. This is just a trusty, good old MILANI brush that I use for creamy type of products. So I think this will work perfectly here. I'm gonna start working that in. Oh man, this is blending out so beautifully. So beautifully. I actually think shade 9 is the perfect match to my skin. I think it is just looking so spot on. It's not too saturated whatsoever. It's very skin tone like. It blends out into nothing. I think I need more product. I'm gonna reach for shade 10, medium. So remember the shade 9 is a golden beige undertone and the medium is a warm neutral. So I'm gonna apply this a little bit heavier just to see how it builds up. And honestly, this looks really great as well. I think shades 9 and 10 are very, very similar. I can confidently get away with using either one. Wow, that really does blend like butter. At first impression, I'm so impressed. And this is such a different feeling stick. This is not like the LYS stick, which is very, very creamy and very pigmented and can be built up to a full coverage, which we all love and appreciate. But this one just melts into the skin and it looks like nothing. But the coverage is definitely there. Man, this is actually so seamless. I don't even know if there's anything I didn't blend out. And combined with that putty primer, it actually creates this really nice gripping effect on the skin. The soft matte finish is absolutely just flattering and beautiful. So yeah, shade 10 and 9 are very, very close. They're very similar and I can easily get away with wearing either one. Let's try shade 7 just to see if maybe I can highlight with it. Perhaps I can use a little bit right here. Man, am I keeping all these shades? Oh man, this is so freaking nice. Come on, MILANI. Why isn't anybody talking about this product? I knew this had to be reviewed. I just knew it. This is stunning. Oh my god. All right, I gotta test out shade 12, the one that I think might be my summer shade. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of warmth with this shade. So this is the medium tan olive undertone. You know what? The undertone is so spot on with this one. I don't even think I can bronze with this one. Damn, all of these shades are extremely, extremely flexible because the undertones are just so clever. They are expertly picked out. Guys, this is insane. This is giving LYS and Hourglass a run for their monies. I am shocked at how well this is applying. The fact that I keep layering it and it's not getting cakey whatsoever. The undertones look so believable, so natural, not saturated, human-like. I am so pleased. Let me show you a close-up before I set everything. Guys, this is actually shocking. Look at the skin. I haven't concealed anything. What? Look at the side of the face. Oh my goodness. I'm inches away from the phone and this is looking so damn good. There's like a foot away from the phone. Oh, I forgot to blend over here. I really like it with the primer. Just the grip is sensational. I'm really like shockingly pleased. MILANI. All right, so now I'm gonna add more makeup. I'm gonna add more product. I'm gonna add my concealer on top. I'm gonna use my ARMANI Luminous Silk shade 4.5 just to conceal some imperfections, just to brighten some areas. This will also help me determine whether or not this product pairs well with other products that are maybe not from the same brand, like the primer. And now I'm gonna blend all of that out. Oh man, I was not expecting this to go so well. I wasn't. I was curious to review this product because sometimes I am more interested in reviewing products that aren't so hyped and aren't so talked about. But honestly, drugstore products have come a long way. The fact that they are now manufactured in Italy and Korea, in places that frankly used to only be reserved for the higher end brands. just from a cost perspective. But because a lot of drugstore brands are now cruelty-free, they're using cleaner ingredients, they have to opt for those labs that are in places like Korea and Italy where there are options. Okay, I love this little Pat McGrath brush for spot concealing, but I hate it for the under eye. It is way too stiff and way too small. I need something a little bit larger. How about my Danessa Myrix? This is a concealer brush for the under eye. It is perfectly large. There we go. All right, so now let's test out this MILANI Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. I don't remember if I've ever tried this powder before or not. I might have, but frankly, I don't remember. I'm gonna use this Kosas puff that's just laying around here, waiting for me to test out that Kosas powder that I still have to get to, but that's okay. Ooh, wait a minute. This is perfection. This is really, really nice. A little too nice if you ask me. I usually don't trust these types of powders, the ones that give such a smooth finish at first, because the finish doesn't really last very long. It's not very reliable for someone like myself. I prefer regular setting powders without the blurring claims, because the blurring claims, if you rely on them too heavily, they tend to disappoint you. So whenever I test powders like this, I always feel like I need to go back and set it with something a little bit more reliable. Not sure about the powder. Also, there's no sticker. It's not telling me where that's made. And I kind of don't like how it laid just a little bit patchy here on my forehead. I don't know. I'm gonna go for my Makeup Forever powder. This one's trustier. I'm gonna use my big old brush and set things in place like I typically do. Should be good enough for now. I am just so incredibly, incredibly pleased. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna reach for this new Polite Society Blurring Bronzer. This is very cute. It's got my name on it and it's got like a little decor because I just went to the launch of this here in New York City. Jared Blandino, who is the founder of Polite Society and also the founder of Too Faced, was having an event and we had to come and support him. So I got this very special bronzer, personalized. And so today I'm gonna test it out. He said this is a foolproof bronzer that uses pigments that basically blur themselves. And indeed, I think he might have been onto something. So this is the shade Club Tropicana. It is just the most beautiful, subtle looking bronzer. All right, she is fresh and clean. She is looking so blurred. I was not expecting all that. Let me show you one more close-up. Powdered down, bronzed up, and ready to go. Look at that. Look at that freaking finish. What? I'm sorry. Do we need a wear test or what? Because right now, I have no words, only feelings. I'm shocked at this finish. This looks and feels so amazing on my face. Doesn't feel heavy or cakey. Doesn't feel makeup-y whatsoever. In fact, I feel like I can go downstairs and run on my treadmill for a good 20 minutes. And I feel like I might just do that today. I feel like today a true wear test is needed just to see how this wears, if this is sweat proof. So far so good. It just once again is leaving me kind of speechless. So let's go ahead and cue in that good old time warping music for that wear test. This is what you're here for. This is what you're here to find out. And I'm back. 8-hour wear test. This is what we're looking like at the end of the day. Kinda glassy from far away, but if you get up close, it is definitely pretty greasy if you ask me. But I will say that I am not fully blaming the grease that is on my face on the skin tint stick. I am actually fully attributing that to the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. Yes, this is the type of powder that is not reliable, and I told you it's not reliable, and I remember why I didn't like it in the beginning. Is because, unfortunately, with my oily AF skin, this just does not work. There is no way in any alternate universe that this would work on me, unless in my alternate universe I had dry skin, but you can clearly see my under eye is matte because the under eye has no oil glands. But right where the pores begin is where the oil glands, the sweat glands begin. And it is just a disaster over here. It is quite oily. I will say that the rest of the face has actually held up pretty good. I mean, the forehead just looks wet and sweaty, honestly. And also, I did not blot a single time throughout the day. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna see what happens. Because before I blot, I have to say, even though I'm greasy, imperfections are definitely covered up. The only problem is obviously the grease. So let's go ahead and vigorously blot. There you go. That took care of a lot. Let's do this side. This side is also facing the light. Ooh, this section right here, not so sexy. But once you take care of that center, it actually kind of stabilizes and it looks good again. But look how much product and how much oil I removed off of my skin. I mean, baby. Let's do the forehead. Forehead, oh man. Forget about frying an egg. You can crisp some chicharrones on that forehead, my lord. All right, now that I have blotted that, actually I feel quite pleased. I feel like I can step outside in the light to the world. I feel like I can face the world with this face with just that one little blot. So is this a fail for me? By no means. This is a beautiful, beautiful product, and in no way, shape, or form will I ever pair it with this or even with this. I like the way that it feels, but unfortunately, it's not one of those long-lasting types of primers. Definitely next time I'm gonna pair this with my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder to really control my oils, and then I'm gonna set it with something a little bit trustier, perhaps One Size, perhaps Makeup Forever, perhaps, is what I'm trying to say. But am I gonna keep all three of these shades? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This is a beautiful, beautiful, inexpensive, made in Italy product, cruelty-free, clean ingredients. You can get this at the drugstore. And I mean, that alone should speak for itself. If you have normal to dry skin, you will love this product. You probably don't even need to worry about setting it. But for me, like I said, I am gonna reach for it again. In fact, I'm gonna reach for it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow I have a big day coming up. And by the way, speaking of my big day, today is officially the last time that I am filming in this room. Little hint, hint, and please keep glued to my social media. I will be making an announcement very soon, but actually this video is pre-filmed, so you probably already know. By the time this video is live, I would have moved and I will be in my new location with my new studio, my new backdrop, my new everything. It's very, very exciting. I am excited for it. Also very, very nervous, but it's a big step, it's a change, and it's a change in the right direction. So I hope you guys are excited for me, and I will see you in my next video, which will be actually filmed in my new studio. How crazy. All right, peace out. I'm out. More videos over here. I love you guys. Deuces.